Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mind Garbage. My name is Eric Myers. If you didn't know, Mind Garbage is a show that airs every Monday and Friday, and I talk to you about whatever I want for roughly 10 minutes. Today, I want to talk to you about what I think is going to happen during Ubisoft's E3 press conference that's going to happen. So I have 5 predictions. These kind of air from what I think will happen to this is like just crap, crazy insanity. First one, right out of the gate. I believe South Park is going to have its release date formally announced and everything. A demo is kind of hard to do. I feel like you can do a demo for it, but the whole point of that game to me is the comedy aspect, and mechanically, that game is really cool, but I don't know if that's a game that you really demo. Maybe have kind of like a sizzle reel, trailer-ish sort of thing. Side note prediction. I do think that the original Stick of Truth is going to be announced also as and this is coming, you can get an HD re-release sort of thing. Sorry, I had coffee just a few seconds ago. Maybe not necessarily HD because it's already in HD, but I do think that game will come out as a $20 downloadable. It's you can get it on your PS4 and Xbox One right now, sort of just released digitally out into the ether, however you want to say it. So yeah, and as far as releasing it, I still think that game's not coming out till maybe next spring, just because it seems like a really quick turnaround where the Stick of Truth came out 2015, or no, not 15, 2014, and then this game got announced last year. And granted, the assets are already there. They can kind of piece it together pretty easily, I would imagine, but with Matt and Trey, they're still doing the South Park show. They just finished a season, I believe, a little bit ago. They're going to have a new one coming up. They got their hands full with stuff. So I assume that we're going to see another. I assume that the next game won't come till around next year. Maybe not even till fall 2017, if that. I mean, I do think in traditional Ubisoft fashion, they kind of announced it a little early, but hopefully we'll see that game by next year. Hopefully, because I could go for a new South Park game. That'd be pretty great. Prediction number 2. I think a new Splinter Cell is going to be announced. Now, the reason, follow me on the trail of my mind. Put on your walking shoes, because we're going for a hike, if you allow me. Last year, a new Ghost Recon was announced. The year before that, a new Rainbow Six game was announced. Now, Ubisoft obviously has mini franchises now, like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. I just mentioned South Park, and then they have obviously they've got this new Ghost Recon coming out, and then they have Rainbow Six that just came out, Far Cry, all these tendrils, if you will, that go all over and are their big franchises. Splinter Cell to me is just as important as all of those franchises, and to me there has not been a bad Splinter Cell game. I love every single one of them, even Conviction, which is a lot more action-based and stuff. I still think as an stealth action game, that's a really fun, good game. Blacklist was awesome, came out 2013. A lot of people really, really enjoyed it and thought it was a great Splinter Cell game. I played a little bit of it. It came out at a really weird time for me where I was moving, so I didn't get a chance to really play it. And it just kind of, I got a PS4 and everything slipped under the radar. I wasn't hopping back into 360 land. But I do believe that another Splinter Cell is going to be announced. And as far as release, I would love to be playing a new Splinter Cell this year. I don't think that's going to happen because, well, I'll get into it later about other stuff. I think this is going to be a very busy Ubisoft year, but I think that you could potentially put this game out in the spring or summer of next year and have an amazing Splinter Cell game. And I mean, I think it's going to be relatively ready to go. And the reason why is because I feel like the team that worked on the original Splinter Cell, I don't really know what they're doing now. They probably had been moved to working on an Assassin's Creed, but there hasn't been a Splinter Cell game in 3 years now. And I think it's prime time already, especially when you have Rainbow Six just got a game last year. This year, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get a Ghost Recon game. And then next year, you can have a really awesome Splinter Cell game. I mean, come on. The math's there, add it all up. You see that it all makes sense. Trust me, dude. or Dudette, whoever's watching. Prediction number 3. Far Cry 5 will be announced at this show, and it will come next year. I think this year is Ubisoft's going to be taking a little bit of a backseat on games. We know, well, I had a prediction and then it kind of broke by the time I was doing this video. I was like, damn it. This year is going to be kind of a light year for them. I do think that they're going to have 2 big games this year, and that's going to be it. I think next year is Ubisoft priming up. A lot of people give flack to Ubisoft, and I do believe, deservedly so. But I'm saying this as a fan of Ubisoft. I enjoy their games greatly. The Division came out this year. I didn't play it just because it's just not what I was in the mood for. But that game looked, at least for the people that really enjoyed it, seemed to really, really, really enjoy it. And Ubisoft tends to put out roughly 3 big games a year. So I think that next year is going to be kind of like their year where they're just going to cram their fists down your throat. You thought that was going to go somewhere else, didn't you? It didn't. But yeah, I think it's going to be announced for next year, and I think we'll get a really cool trailer and probably see have a nice cool demo for it. Also, side prediction for Honor, I don't think that game is going to be coming out till maybe 2 years from now, just because we've literally seen nothing for that game. I do not think that game is coming out this year, and if it does, it's going to be a stinker. I'm just saying. I'm not really excited for that game. It could be cool. Who knows? I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. But usually I'm pretty correct. Usually. Prediction number 4. I think that there's going to be a formal announcement for the new Assassin's Creed, and it'll get an impressive demo. That's a game that I'm really, really, really excited about. The reason why, so I've enjoyed most of all the Assassin's Creed games. The only one that I haven't beaten is Unity, and that's just because I got kind of burnt out with it. I felt the characters were just boring. The game itself was just, even though it was technically impressive, it just felt really boring and kind of bare. I didn't like the combat. I felt it was really stripped down. Syndicate was, I thought, a step above. But what I'm really impressed with Ubisoft this year is it seems like I said, they're taking a step back and okay, we want to put out some quality products this year and next year too. So I think that we're going to see a really impressive demo for this game. And I think it's going to be very different from Assassin's Creed. I think there will still be parkour and, the traditional sort of stuff. But I think it's going to be a really different Assassin's Creed game. Very side quests. They called it Witcher-like originally was what I heard. So, I think it's going to be very, 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 leaning a lot more towards RPG than action, sort of not hack and slash, but that style, stealth RPG. Man, that'd be a cool genre. Someone should make that Ubisoft. But also, I think that there's going to be remasters of 1, 2, and 3 to come along with them. I had another prediction, Assassin's Creed related, that I just can't seem to remember. But I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. They're going to want people maybe to catch up on, and they need something kind of this year to probably fill in that Assassin's Creed gap. And that seems like something good. Oh, I remember now. I think it's very possible that you could see Rogue being kind of brought to current gen. And just kind of be hey, if you want to, this Assassin's Creed game is coming out next year. Here's one that you probably missed and didn't get a chance to play. And maybe it could come with a remaster of 1, 2, and 3, or they'll sell them separately or whatever. But I think that's a pretty safe bet that you will see at least a remaster of one Assassin's Creed game. And it will either be 1, 2, 3 or Assassin's Creed Rogue. So yeah. My final prediction. Now, this kind of sucks for me because obviously I'm recording these videos before everything's getting really shown out and everything. I had this prediction. I was very, very, very sure about it, and the problem is I look like an idiot for saying this now because it's pretty much just been confirmed over the past day or two, from before I recorded this. Watch Dogs 2 formally announced and pulling a Fallout 4, and it's coming out this year. That kind of already happened. there was a like gift bag or something that was given to, I believe, a YouTuber or some guy, and he just essentially like leaked this game's existence. And I believe the rumors are true that it is taking place in San Francisco, which is kind of like tech hub right now of the world, where there's a lot of stuff going on there. I'm a little disappointed because I wanted this prediction to be kind of like my slam dunk, and it sort of is, but it's sort of been revealed, so it's like, but I do believe this game will come out this year. The reason why I think is, they have all the assets from one there, and I do feel like the team that made it probably really wants to prove themselves, because the concept of Watch Dogs is awesome. And to me, the problem is that there were so many really cool, awesome ideas there. It just was not really like, everything didn't fully deliver. And I say that as someone who played a lot of Watch Dogs, didn't beat it. I just kind of got burnt out on it. But you can definitely take that and make it awesome. And I think that's what they're going to do, and give you a city like San Francisco that they can really, like a small city, a small, very dense city that you can really show off like the engine that it's in, where it's like, hey, there's verticality to the city, and have it be very detailed and look very cool. But yeah. So those are my 5 predictions for the Ubisoft press conference. If you enjoyed this video, you can like it, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter at EricMyers93, link down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.